I chose to enter the fitness industry because it was something that was a natural progression from all my businesses that I've been running over the last 20 years. I grew up playing sport. I was very passionate about sport. I was very competitive. I was an only child. I was always outside kicking a football or playing cricket or playing with a tennis ball. It was just part of who I was. And I suppose as you get older, your life changes in the sense of how you're going to make a contribution to those around you. And I've moved into the fitness industry because I love movement. I wanted to be a part of it. I wanted to make a greater contribution to others because it's what I know. I'm very familiar about it or familiar with it. The most rewarding part of being a coach is seeing other people unlock their potential and become the person that they deserve to be. I think so many people don't understand their potential and they don't understand what they're capable of, and it does take sometimes a certain environment on a repeated basis to get them there. You know, being able to empower someone towards being more true to themselves is the greatest reward. I mean, it's not about me, it's about the entire journey. I mean, as a coach, we can only give them tools, we can only be patient, we can share with them our own stories and do whatever we can for the individual, case by case, and hopefully something sparks from inside that enables them to get where they want to be. I mean, everyone's different and everyone's got their own story. And I'd like to see, and I'd like to be able to do that for the rest of my life. I want to be remembered for being passionate and relentless in the sense that I'm very ambitious, and not just from a business point of view. I really want to make a contribution, and I continually wake up every day with that understanding, and I find it really easy to do that, and I find it easy to get up knowing that I can make that contribution, and my legacy will be hopefully making an impact on as many people as I can, one at a time, because I think it's more about individuals rather than blanket statements of contribution, and I'm quite happy to spend time with an individual if it is going to make an impact. The hardest part of fitness journey is always the beginning. There's a stage of empowerment with regards to confidence, familiarity with the environment. I think a lot of people are really hard on themselves when they first start. They don't think they're good enough, they're not fit enough, they're not going to fit in. There's a lot of emotions that go through people's minds in the first 30 days, and I think ensuring that they find a place that's going to onboard them and guide them through the first 2, 3, 4 weeks, and that's really the most important part of a journey. I see too many places, especially in the fitness industry, just throwing people into the hot boiler from the start. I don't think that's the best direction. I think everyone deserves a coach. I think everyone deserves to be treated as an individual, and I think everyone deserves that personal experience from the start, and hopefully they blossom into independence and move towards the person they really want to be. I think the biggest impact on my life was when my mum passed away in year 2000. It's a while ago now, but that whole event did make such an impact on someone who'd only been in a very close-knit relationship with their mum. It was like a one-on-one type of relationship, and I wasn't ready for it. I think I spiralled out of control for a good easy 10 years, and people talk about post-traumatic stress disorder and depression. There was no doubt that I would have definitely suffered from all sorts of ramifications from that event, and it took me a long time to recover from it. But what happened was really did kick-start me towards this whole experience of contribution, and I went out of my way to start businesses and started to really make an impact on my own life and those around me You know, there were a lot of successes and failures along the way, and I think after about the 12th year from that date, it was only until then I really recognised that I needed some help as well. I felt like I was struggling and drowning a little bit, and I was grateful to find avenues to get through that, and it happened pretty quickly once I switched my mindset over. And you know, in the last 10 years or so, last probably 8 years, I haven't looked back, and I'm actually really grateful, and I feel that I'm living as true to myself as I can. And I think that's probably the biggest message I can say to anyone is, if you are under pressure, you're feeling that pressure or whatever from an event or depression, is make sure you go out and get help. Surround yourself with really powerful people, because you will get through it. The gym has been a very, very powerful part of that journey, making sure that I focus on my training, nutrition. Some of it's stereotyped, and I think we have heard about it, and we sort of do know about it, but deep down it does take the individual to take that step, and I know you can do it.